Two firsts happened to me today. One, watching a movie in the cinemas by myself. And number two, going into an Uber with people coming out of it. Like, that was a weird experience. Like, when the car arrived, I was like, oh, that's the number plate, okay? Because sometimes you hear the color of the car. The car of the car. The color of the car is, like, not the same, so I always look at the number plate. Then I walked up to it, then I was like, it's people are in it. And I was like, these three girls are in it, and they came out. I was like, this is bizarre. Like, I understand. Like, if you're going to your destination, then there's someone wanting an Uber at that destination, might as well get that fucking person. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll get back into that later. But I wanna look this shit up. I'll look up this Lego Indiana Jones 3. Like, I would want a Lego Indy 3. Like, it would work. It would work, with voice acting. Like, maybe the same levels, but more revamped. All that shit. Anyways, last night, I watched this for the first time, and I understand why people don't fucking like it. I mean, I knew from the video game, playing it, it was about aliens and shit. And I thought that was far-fetched playing it, but then you realize watching it, it's not even a far-fetched idea bringing in aliens and in the fifth one time travel. Like, because the first one's about the fucking Ark, the Covenant of the Ark, like, melting people and ghosts flying everywhere. The second one is about fucking voodoo and, like, being mind-controlled and shit. And the third one has, the Holy Grail and, like, a dude that is immortal. Like, it's not a far-fetched idea having an alien there. Like, watching the movies now, it makes sense. Because, like, watching from afar was like, hang on, why is it aliens? But now watching the movies, it actually makes sense. But, my major criticism of the movie is that Shia LaBeouf's character, Mark Williams, I didn't know this until watching the movie, even though I played the game, is supposedly Indy's son. Acts nothing like it. You know, usually when you have a son or a kid that you don't know, and when you meet them, you actually see their characterisms, the mannerisms are like you. Nothing about his voice or anything. Like, he didn't complete school. He likes motorbikes. He's a greaser and cares about his fucking hair, and like, it's like only the good looks from Indy went into Henry III. And like, that's why my major criticism of it. And like, if you go in it just looking at Shia LaBeouf's character as just a random dude that bumps into him and is along for the ride, it's a good movie. But watching it and like, well, to be fair, when you watch it for the first time, you don't know he's his son until the end of the movie. So like, I think that's the point, maybe. But like, also that I just like I find the scene of like in the nuke funny, because it's a lead plated fucking fridge and he survives the fucking nuke. But I'd like how Marion is back. Oh, I called her Miriam before, sorry, but Marion. She should have been in the third movie. Don't know why she wasn't, but she's back for the fourth. And supposedly, the encounter with Steven Spielberg to reprise her role was exactly like how Marion's meeting of Indy was in the first movie. Apparently, it was the exact same thing. Like, they hated each other or some shit. But no, she came back and she was like kind of a main part of the movie in the second half of the movie. Because I didn't know she came back. But then in Indy 5, I thought she was going to play a proper role in it, but she was only at the end. But Indy 4. It was lackluster, but it kind of makes sense. Like, the aliens teaching humans how to do shit. Like, that's the whole point of fucking Eternals. You know? Feeding these species of whatever race, like, technology to the point where a celestial can be born. That's the point of planets. Fuck me. Eternally should have been a series, you know? Each episode focusing on, like, a different Eternal. Because Gilgamesh was fucking, like, one of my favorites, and he got fucking knocked off like that. Sure, the thing was about Cersei and Icarus, but fine. But overall, Indy 4 is a good movie, but if you watch it back to back with the first three, you'll be like, what the fuck is this? But since I didn't do that, I watched Indy 3, like, before I went to Bali. This is like, it's like when you look at the front cover, you see, oh, Harrison Ford's quite old, but apparently he was in the exact same shape how he was in for, Last Crusade, and that's cool. He just had some white hair. Like, he lived well. He was in good shape for fucking 40 years, man. He's now 80, man. 81. You know, you just know he's probably gonna live to maybe 90-something, and he's gonna have to retire before the age of 90. You know? Like, he may be red hot. That's the thing. He may be Thaddeus Ross for one movie, but his Thaddeus Ross will be the Red Hulk going forward, but we won't see Thaddeus ever again because Harrison Ford will, like William Hurt, die. Like, we're expecting it. That same thing, not really with Mark Hamill, but we're expecting it. We expected it with Stanley. I expected it with Ray Burton. All these older, like, fuck me, the dude, here's Johnny, that guy, like, he's in his fucking 90s, man. I'm expecting him to die in the next couple of years. But yeah, Indy 4. It's a 6 out of 10. It's an alright movie. Like, it compared to the other three, it's not the best. As an Indiana Jones story, it's not the best. But as like a sci-fi adventure movie set in the Cold War, so maybe the 50s, 57 maybe. It's alright. But now coming to Indy 5, which I watched today. The very first time I watched a movie. I watched the movie by myself in the cinemas. You can argue that, like, you did it with the other things, but, like, yes, I wanted to watch those movies, however, I watched it with other people. Look at John Wick 4. I watched it with my cousin. Shazam 2, I watched it with my cousin. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I watched that with a friend of mine when it came out because I wanted to watch it, but no one else wanted to watch it. So I just watched it with her. Like, fuck it. And to this day, it's my fucking favorite Star Wars movie. Like, it is. I need to rewatch it. To be honest. Because, like, you know, like, going in knowing the events of A New Hope, you kind of forget that they all die. So when they do die, it's, like, so impactful. Anyways, Indy 5. Like, my cinema experience, being bummed. Like, I booked like, it's in the center, but it was right next to, like, a wall, so, like, I had, like, this thing that was covering a little bit of the screen. But there was this Asian couple next to me that the entire fucking movie was talking, not whispering, talking to each other. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And as soon as the credits started rolling, they left. But, and there was these fucking dickheads over the other side of the cinema. I think one of them fell over or something. They were talking loudly in the previews. And I heard a ringtone. But I also heard someone playing like either a game or like being on like Instagram or something throughout the final battle. You're watching a fucking movie. You're on your phone. What the fuck? But yeah, like, it was fun. Legit, like, I would just watch a movie by myself again. Like, if I'm actually excited for the movie, I would. But I think every movie from now on, at least this year, I'm watching it with someone. Mission Impossible 7, Oppenheimer, Barbie, The Marvels, what other movie? Kraven the Hunter, yes, I watch it with someone. Not many other movies, to be honest. That's it. I still only watched Cocaine Bear. Like, it was on the plane yesterday, and I could have bought it. Maybe that's what I'll watch. Because I need a couple movies in between. I need to watch something on tomorrow. Watch something on the day after, because we're watching Day of Reckoning. So I'm gonna have to watch. So I'm probably gonna watch shit. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna watch Cocaine Bear and Metal Lords, because I wanna watch Metal Lords and see what the fucking fuss is about. But yeah, Indiana Jones 5. It was a fun movie. As an Indiana Jones movie, it works. However, it dragged on a little bit too long. Even in the first sequence, like when he's like de-aged Harrison Ford, that's set in like in Nazi Germany. Like, that went on for a little bit too long. I'm sure you can argue if they expanded on that for it to be the entire movie, it could have been a little bit better than what the movie actually was. But since I knew that wasn't the case, it did drag on. And Toby Jones wasn't even a prominent person in the fucking movie. I thought he was. You know? Then I saw Antonio Banderas, and he got fucking killed off. Like, hang on. Like, you might as well fucking bring in Marion or Salah, then kill them off. It would be more like, because we haven't met Antonio Banderas' character. in the other movie. So you're killing him off, and you're meant to be like, oh shit, Indy's friend got fucking killed off. You need to have some emotional weight to it, and there wasn't any because we didn't know him. And even in one movie, you can make someone feel emotional with someone getting killed off. What else? Yeah, look fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in fucking Titanic. Look at Grace in that name in Avatar. Like yeah, like you can do it. Look at the chick with the big tits in the fucking scary movie. But yeah, it was a good movie, and like Mads Mikkelsen, I always see him as a bad guy in all the movies I fucking watch, like in Casino Royale and Doctor Strange and Fantastic Beasts. Why is he always a fucking bad guy, man? And he's a bad guy here, and this time he's a fucking Nazi doctor. Dr. Schmidt, Johann Schmidt, Red Skull with Toby Jones, Arnim Zola. It's full circle. But yeah, cause back, I don't know. I thought they were going to fucking explain it, but they didn't. But when they're on the train, right after Toby Jones' character accidentally shoots Indy in the hand, Mads Mikkelsen's character wants to get the dial back. Then he tries to shoot him, but then Toby Jones' character's like, Indy, then they duck, but then Mads Mikkelsen's character just gets hit by him. And that's when we think Mads Mikkelsen's character had a cameo in the movie, then died. But no. He's the main bad guy throughout the fucking movie as Dr. Schmidt. Like, how is he alive? He doesn't have any scarring, he doesn't have, like, no visible, like issue, he doesn't need crutches or some shit. And that's what I was thinking throughout the entire movie. That's what I thought was going to happen. That this Dr. Schmidt dude is a Nazi that lived in the fucking 60s. The moon landing. When was the moon? Was that 1960? When was the moon landing? 69. So the movie is set in 1969. Like, that's the thought, like, that's what I always thought. They were hunting for the Dial of Destiny. Then he time travels, which happened, but they time traveled to fucking, Archimedes' time. I was like, hang on. I thought he was going to time travel back to Nazi Germany. Then he can complete the cycle of fighting Indy, you know? That's why, like, that meeting of seeing Dr. Schmidt in the table and they were selling the half of the Archimedes dial, and Indy's like, you, then the Dr. Schmidt's like, I have no recollection of you, I'm just a humble doctor. Like, it would have made so much more sense and made the movie more fun if he was, like, the person he met was the older version of him. Because that's the only way you can explain him surviving that fucking getting hit by the beam. Like, I was expecting, throughout the entire movie, I was expecting him to go back in time to complete the circle. But then again, it's like, how would we have half of the Archimedes dial at that point? Unless Indy had the other half, and because it's not a time travel device. It just locates time fissures. Somehow they exist. There's no logical reasoning how that fucking would work. So I would suspect that could have happened. They fought, then Dr. Schmidt fell into Nazi Germany with half of the dial. You know? That's what I was expecting, but no. I. It wasn't that. Also, why did you fucking wait so many years to go after the fucking Archimedes doll again, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. But overall, good movie. And Teddy, we find out the Teddy character is meant to be like a short round. And it makes you wonder if Short Round could have fucking been in this movie, because this movie was shot at the same time everything ever all I want was shot. But if there was if there is an Indy 6, which we know won't happen, you could guarantee Short Round's gonna come back, because all the thing about the Ki-Ho Kwan being in fucking everywhere and Harrison Ford being so proud of him, like, if there's another Indiana Jones movie, it's gonna be about Short Round. Like, it has to be. Also, it's a cop-out that they killed off screen in the Vietnam War. Like, it's a cop-out. It's a massive cop-out, purely because of the fact that you didn't want Shia LaBeouf to be a part of Indiana Jones again. Like, you could have fucking recasted him. You know? You recasted so many of the fucking characters. Look at... That's the whole point of the fucking prequels. Is them being younger. But, like... But overall, it's a 6.5 movie. It's an okayish movie. As an Indiana Jones movie, it's fun. It is. Like, it works. It's better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull by a landslide. And I enjoyed it. Salah returns for a little bit, and Marion's at the end of the movie. We don't see Oxley. Also, we learned that, we learned in King of the Crystal Skull that his dad did die. So, him resurrecting him using the Holy Grail, was no point, because he died before the next movie. I mean, I get it, he was old in Indy 3, but, yeah. It's also weird watching a movie for the first time, but knowing the events because of playing the Lego game. Like, it's so bizarre. Watching King of the Crystal Skull, like, I know what's going to happen, but I don't know what they're going to say. Like, I knew the girl in the fucking... with the weird haircut, who's played by Kane Blanchett, apparently. I knew she was gonna die and wanted the alien shit, and there was gonna be an alien flying saucer, then that thing was actually an alien head, and apparently he split his body into like 13 other fucking aliens, and I don't know, man. I also just gloss over the fact they met aliens. They don't talk about aliens in this fucking movie. Like, sure, they could have retconned it. And, like, even Steven Spielberg is like, that is my worst movie. The Indiana Jones 4. They could have retconned it by having, like, Indiana Jones and Marion never had a kid. They could have retconned it. But they didn't. Cause, like, aliens, bro. What? Like, time travel can't beat aliens. Like, you can't. Like, because they did time travel first in the 5, then aliens. Well, we can argue that Supergirl is an alien, but fuck that. I had like fucking 6 hours of sleep. I want to sleep around 6 a.m. So I'm gonna sleep earlier tonight. That's for certain. So as soon as I'm done streaming, I'm gonna fucking hit the hay, bro. Anyways, let's continue our Go to Tsushima thing. I'm back in it. I'm back in it. Snap back to reality. And also, I've got about the rest of July to fucking finish this off. You know? The rest of July. Also, yeah. To also do shit for record stuff. Well, more write stuff, because I can't really record stuff before writing stuff. Like, that's not how I do shit. Like, that's how I wrote both Figures and Life is Calling. I still call it No Man Land because it's meant to be No Man Land. Like, cause I started off with Life is Calling. I was trying to do. But then at the same notes, just up here. And I was like, I wanted it to be similar to Feast of Fire, which is. Then with Figures, I started with. But then that riff morphed into. And I always knew I was gonna have that thing for the chorus because I just ripped it from Your Freedom My Burden by fucking Race to the Ground. And that's the thing that you learn when you're writing, is that guitarists steal shit from other guitarists all the time to put in their own compositions. Like, it's not copyright. It's only copyright if you use the same multiple riffs throughout a song. It's fucking crazy. Like, if the song isn't big enough, no one's gonna bat an eye. Look at Metallica. Half their discography is like, ripped off from other fucking bands. And that's the pure joy of creating music, is that you hear a riff, you want it in your own song, and you make it sound completely different. Like my chorus riff, my chorus riff is based off that riff. My chorus riff is based off the riff that I stole from that song, but then I use that riff in the breakdown thing, in like as part of the solo as well, and that's probably my favorite part of the song, because because the riff happens. If you go into Figures That Haunt You, the riff happens. The drums slowly come in and slowly the lead. That's my favorite part of the song. I like to have favorite parts of my own songs, and like it's similarly, same thing happened in Life is Calling. At the end of the solo, it's just like it's like that's my favorite part of the song. I don't know why. I just like those parts. I need to. It's making me inspired to fucking do more shit. But that's the thing. Like, I want funky sounding riffs that are original. Because, like, I can easily copyright something, record or use a riff that's already been written by someone else. Like, for example, I really want to do something like this. because I just love it. It's the game by Dragon Force. Matt Hafey's also in it. Like it's just this. And then I added on. I don't know why that came in my head. The ending of Vice Grip is my favorite part of the song. It's so weird. I don't know why that ending of the solo that is the outro of Vice Grip is my favorite part of the song. One life, one shot, give it all you got, yeah. Like, it's a good song. It's like a cool party song to put on, but it's not my favorite Parkway Drive song. Even though I really like Aya, my favorite songs on that are Dying to Believe. Parts of Crushed is fucking cool, but like Death's song, like Jagged Tires don't like. Hello. Why aren't I hearing anything? There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't fucking hear I couldn't hear anything. One life, one shot. Fuck me, I almost talked for fucking 40 minutes. Like, I like all the Indiana Jones movies. Like, but that's the only... Also, Temple of Doom Indiana Jones is like the only franchise you can watch the first and second one without knowing anything from each other and still liking it. Because it's a prequel. Like, and that's the thing, you can't watch, if you watch episode 1 of Star Wars before episode 4, you're gonna get spoiled on who the fuck Anakin is. Because that's the entire plot point of Empire Strikes Back, is that Darth Vader is Anakin. And like, since I knew that before watching the fucking movie, it like, kind of ruined it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dun 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 dun. Like drag a dust through my skin. Yes, Dollar Destiny is a good movie. It's not one of the ones I'm in a rush to rewatch. Um, I fucking hate these songs, man. It's crazy how one actor can play so many different characters and feel like different characters, man. Like, I remember everyone hated HR, but now everyone fucking loves him, and I do too. What? I need to watch that video, man. I fucking love Smosh. I love OG Smosh. OG Smosh is like fucking the best YouTube stuff. Like, just them together without the acting. It's prime YouTube. I don't really like scripted content on YouTube. It kind of gets boring. But just Smosh. Also, I realized that Smosh Games is now about board games, not fucking video games. It's kind of annoying. Like that, because that was the... And that's the also thing that's annoying, because Smosh Games was about Sahinki, Lasercorn, and Joven, Mari occasionally. Then Game Bang had all of them there, you know, and sometimes with the Mari Craft and the Smosh Games GTA server, Ian Anthony would sometimes be on it. Like, but what was weird is they play video games at work. You know, you'd go somewhere to play video games. You would think you want to play it at home. I don't know. Let's play. Legends.
Relax for a moment. Listen
You like,
to these tales.
Awesome.
Which of these legends interest you?
Let's see if I can
One
hit
of
level
my
20 tonight. I doubt I
favorites.
can, but let's try. I got about 4 hours.
Is this a dream or am I right?
I felt the air rise up in me. Knelt down and cleared the stone of the... Shit.
The harsh cawing of crows filled the ghost's ears as they prepared for battle.
Yeah, fucking you go after him. I don't like that Tengus.
Your soul is bound. And I'm more.
The ghosts found the carts, but not the twins. Only wheel tracks remained, leading deeper into the forest. The ghosts followed, determined to rescue the twins. A Mongol cart traveled up the road, escorted by foes protecting mysterious cargo. Disciples of Io lurked nearby, and the scent of blood hung thick in the air. Inside, they made a grisly discovery. Human hearts, freshly harvested from the twins of Tsushima. They struck out, following the cart's direction.
I'm gonna get it. Okay.
The ghosts arrived at a war camp to confront its gruesome leaders.
Oh, the watches.
Blazing
Okay.
spirits hissed in the distance, ready to rain fire on the ghosts.
Shit.
One of my lost scrolls.
Stock up.
When the final demon fell, the chest was opened.
Easy kill. Take this.
The Oni fell, vanquished by the ghosts. They would no longer prey on the twins of Tsushima. But a greater threat still lurked in the shadows. Only a powerful Onibaba could have tethered such spirits. But that is another story for another time. I have many legends for you to enjoy. I'll share any story with you. One of my favorites.
Feel going
Severed
at
hearts.
night. Shit.
Crow feathers floated in the wind. A sure sign that Tengu were
Fucking
near.
hell. Fuck me.
gone forever.
Feel my blade!
The ghosts found the carts, but not the twins. Only wheel tracks remained, leading deeper into the forest. The ghosts followed, determined to rescue the twins of Tsushima. A Mongol cart traveled up the road, escorted by foes protecting mysterious cargo. Disciples of Io lurked nearby, and the scent of blood hung thick in the air.
Erin عبد البيغة.
Inside, they made a grisly discovery. Human hearts, freshly harvested from the twins of Tsushima. They struck out, following the cart's direction.
Okay.
The ghosts
didn't want to do it?
arrived
Don't wanna
at
do
a
it.
war camp to confront its gruesome leaders.
Oh, it's that one.
The ghosts could sense the power stolen from Amaterasu by their foes. The Oni fell, vanquished by the ghosts.
don't
They
know.
would no longer prey on
Oh.
the twins of Tsushima. But a greater threat still lurked in the shadows. Only a powerful Onibaba could have tethered such spirits. But that is another
Are we
story
doing it?
for another time. Cursed chest was free.
Appreciate
The
it.
ghost reaped their rewards.
Nine minutes, goddamn.
Listen while I recount an adventure of the ghosts. I'll share